You're with your partner. Everything seems fine. But one look, one pause, and your brain fills in the blanks. She's disappointed. She's mad. She wants someone better. That's not intuition. It's mind reading, and it's wrecking your ability to connect. This video shows you how to stop reacting to the thoughts you're projecting and start actually being present. You're not failing to perform. You're just being pulled away from what makes performance possible. Being there with her. I've read a lot of the research. Yes, women like sex. But for most of them, that isn't the top of the priority list. It's love, emotional connection, responsiveness, feeling desired. She doesn't need flawless. She just needs real, someone she can actually connect with. So if you've been all up in your head, mind reading, thinking you know what she's thinking, good chance you've been trying to solve a problem that only exists in your imagination. And then it goes and creates some problems in real life. Here's how it usually works. You assume you know what she's thinking, and it's always worst case. You're not hard enough or big enough or as good in bed as her ex was or whatever. And when you do that, you're not responding to her. You're reacting to your own fear. Most guys, when they do this, they think they're trying to please their partner, but what they're really doing is trying to perform for a phantom in their head, and your body can't tell the difference. So all that imagining of bad stuff she could be thinking puts your nervous system on edge. It shifts you out of the actual moment you're in and into pressure mode. And pressure mode shuts everything down: sensation, connection, erections. Let me tell you about Steven, a client I worked with a few years back. He was having a really bad time with sex. He'd imagine his wife was thinking all this bad stuff about him. Then he'd project what he imagined out into the future with a bunch of really scary, sad what-if scenarios. And with Steven, it wasn't just nerves. It started as full-on can't-breathe panic. He had been making some good progress in the sessions we did. He was slowly getting better, but the turning point came during a fight with his wife. He had broken her trust, nothing to do with anything that happened in bed. And she was furious. She looked him dead in the eye and said, "I don't care how hard your dick is. I care about whether I can trust you." That landed hard. And all the pressure he'd put on himself, all the mind reading, he realized in that moment it was just fantasy. What was really important to her had absolutely nothing to do with all the stuff that he had been imagining. That moment didn't magically make everything in the relationship perfect, but it did put things on a much better track for him. When he started relating to her, rather than the imaginary version of her he had in his head, it was easy to let the pressure go. Without the pressure, he was getting hard pretty much every time. Hey, quick pause, guys. Watching videos like this can definitely help you to solve your ED, but doing it this way, honestly, can take some time. So if you want to get this solved now, rather than later, I invite you to take the next step. Click the link down below to schedule a private consultation with me. You can tell me what's been happening, and I'll be upfront about whether I think I can help. If I can, you'll be getting back to reliable erections and peace of mind, ideally sooner rather than later. Here's how your brain messes this up. It treats guesses like facts. You imagine she's disappointed, you believe it. And once you believe the guess, your body follows. Your breathing changes, you tense up, you lose your erection. And it doesn't matter whether or not it's true. Your body can't tell the difference between what's real and what you're imagining. Once you assume you know what she's thinking, you stop asking. You stop paying attention. You stop sharing. You stop learning. And the real connection, and likely your erection, it disappears. Not because you failed or there's anything wrong with you, just because you left the room. So, how do you come back? How do you reconnect with her and what's actually going on? Simple. Curiosity. Watch her. Notice the subtleties in her movements and her breathing. Get curious about it without adding your stories to it. Listen to her, both in the bedroom and beyond. Ask. What's important to you? What would you like tonight? How does this feel? Smell her, taste her. Not because you're insecure, but because you're with her. You're not performing beside her, you're actually connecting with her. And here's the wild part. She's probably not judging you at all. Most women aren't sitting there waiting to grade your performance. They're waiting for you to show up, to stop hiding behind all the effort and the anxiety and just be there. Wouldn't it be something if great sex wasn't about effort at all, but rather it was about presence? And if all this feels unfamiliar or even a little uncertain, that might actually mean you're starting in the right place. Because when the voice in your head finally quiets down and you really tune into her, that's when connection happens. And that's when great sex starts to feel easy again. If that voice in your head has been louder than the partner in front of you, check out this next video to see how shifting your self-talk can help you get better erections and a sex life that actually feels good.